Racquetball Ball Outdoor World Championships, where Samson Hernandez is going up against Taiwan Cook. This is the quarterfinals. Our referee is Shorty Ruiz. Dave Fink in the broadcast booth.
Taiwan Cook, a surprise quarterfinalist, you would say, in the 3-wall big ball. One of the favorites in the 1-wall big ball.
Up is agree with me, and down is disagree with me. You can stay right there, fool. You're number 12 right now.
Working out some
for too much. Let me get a beer and I'm gonna do that.
All right, you got it.
linesman responsibilities here.
All right, we got the men's quarters. We got Taiwan against Samson Hernandez. 0-0.
Samson, the heavy favorite in this match, but Taiwan has looked good here in this event.
Point.
Samson it's sort of been his curse this tournament, Dave. In the last few years, he's
1-0.
Seems to win everything, but not when he comes to Vegas. Hasn't not won here since 2013.
2-0.
In fact, lost in the finals of the Vegas LT on these exact court dimensions, but the court's in the back parking lot to Timbo Gonzalez
1-2
earlier this year. So he's trying to break the jinx on these blue courts. Would you call that blue, Dave?
I think, yeah, sure.
Okay. Wind dying down
3-1
here momentarily, and it does feel good. The sun's come back out. You see Taiwan wearing a sweatshirt.
Point. 4-1.
Taiwan Cook taking out the number 8 seed Miguel Ochoa in the first round, and then defeats Sean Lenning in 2 games. 2 close games earlier this morning to advance to the quarterfinals. Samson Hernandez comes in here seeded number 1. He is the current WPH Outdoor number 1.
5-1.
Samson defeated Abraham Montijo via forfeit this morning. So this is Samson's first match of the day. Abraham, I think, Dave, feeling the effects of a very long 2 days of playing.
Hold on. Can you get up to the thing?
And you know Abe, Dave, he is injury prone, so we hope that
there's a lot of room back there.
Just soreness and exhaustion. The winner of this match will face Armando Ortiz. That's a late night match here under the lights.
Can't wait to see it.
I didn't see it.
I wish I could.
Side out. I didn't see it. I'm going by what he said. He was out. He had a better view. 6-2. Seven, 2. Eight, 2.
And Samson's still alive in the 1-wall big ball. Crushed Mondo Ortiz last night in the 1-wall big ball.
9-2.
A lot of people were looking forward to that match, and Samson made it look easy. And he's making this look easy right now. This first game just about in the books.
10-2.
And we've only been playing for 3 minutes and 20 seconds. This could be well under a 4-minute game, and it looks like it will be.
Game point, place 2.
Not a good shot there from Taiwan, and Samson
Game,
makes
3
it
minutes.
There's game 1, and we will likely have more time between games than we had to play the first game. That's just how it is sometimes. So Samson Hernandez is going to cool off here. Hard to get warmed up out here, though. Right now the sun is out, so it does feel pretty good. We're going to welcome in Timbo Gonzalez between games here. Timbo sitting up here in the broadcast booth always offers such great insights. Timbo, let's talk a little bit about the X-Fest. Now, your divisions haven't moved along far enough for you to officially climb the leaderboard, although you do have a minimum of 6 points in the one-wall small ball. The one-wall big ball is just getting underway. The three-wall big ball also underway. But we've got Shorty Ruiz, the leader in the clubhouse right now. He's got the 10 points from winning the small ball, three-wall, and also 4 points for the three-wall big ball. But you have a potential to win 30 points here in this event. Let's talk a little bit about how you're feeling going into this afternoon's play.
Currently, I'm feeling great. I've been playing a lot of matches. I'm actually finally getting a break, but you know, I just got to continue to perform. If I can keep my level like at a high performance, I think I could pull out this tournament.
Now you're gonna have you've got a lot to play for. You've got a potential to win the Players Cup for WPH Outdoor Player of the Year, depending on what Samzon does and how you do. You've got the potential to win the X-Fest for the second straight year, and then you have the potential to win all these different brackets: the one-wall small ball, the three-wall big ball, and the one-wall big ball.
Yeah. Everything it's kind of like right now I'm just trying to conserve my energy. I'm putting more of it towards the small ball so I can, you know, climb the ladder. I have a tough opponent coming up later on, Gurrad, so I just have to, you know, prepare myself, stretch out, keep hydrated, and just keep focused for that game. That's my main focus right now. Everything else I'm comfortable with right now. I definitely want to get the Players Cup championship. Something it's a goal I want to set, and I've been, you know, trying to accomplish it. I came up short last year, you know, by a few points, but it's a learning lesson. You know, it just makes me more hungry.
And you're doing it despite missing some events this year. I mean, you missed Fullerton, which was, you know, a lot of points there at that event. You didn't do as well as you would have liked in Salt Lake City, so
yeah.
You're making your points when you can, because I think you've missed 2 events this season, but with the potential to win 30 points here, that's almost like playing in 3 events.
Yes, I agree. You know, all these guys out here is tough, but like I said, it's rough to play under these weather conditions, you know. It's dry heat. You have to just really, you know, take care of yourself, and if you do that, that's gonna, you know, it's gonna help in the long run.
Let's talk a little bit about this match here, Timbo, as your good buddy and rival, Taitano Cook, is having a nice showing here in the three-wall big ball. This is the farthest he's ever made it in a three-wall tournament. Now he's up against the current WPH Outdoor #1, who just has a little bit too much experience for him in this three-wall court.
Yeah, Samson is very smart. He knows, you know, not to play a straight game with Taitano, because that's Taiwan's game, and, you know, Taitano can convert his one-wall kills into this, you know, game. So Sam is just sending him out. He's using the sidewalls to throw Taitano off balance. But I think this is great experience for Taitano, because he gets to play on a show court, you know, and it's probably gonna make him want to come out more and play more in this, you know, three-wall division.
That pinch shot called out, very, very close.
I thought it hit the line.
Yeah, I did too, but no argument from Samson. He gets a quick side-out point. Listen in here for the score. Score is 5-5.
Wow.
Samson takes that first game 12-2 in just 3 minutes and 40 seconds.
See, if Taitano was a little bit more experienced, he would know to try to run and cut that ball off before it takes him out the door, and he's forced to give a setup. That's my main. I still have a little trouble with that, but I'm learning how to defend that shot very well. I'll cut it off as soon as I can. What a lob. Perfect lob. Sam gets it. Taitano.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding? That was absolutely amazing.
That was an amazing get, but Taitano still didn't let the get affect his focus, and he just took his time and put the ball down. But that was an amazing. Samson was already at the crowd,
and he threw it over his head.
And
from 52
and he
feet.
stopped himself to make sure that he can aim it directly where he wants to get it, on the wall.
That was an incredible shot. But Taitano competitive. He's in this game here.
Yes, I agree.
Really impressive that he's able to beat Sean Lenning, who's three-wall national champion 9 times, albeit with the small ball, but beats him here today with the big ball.
I want to give a shout out to my boy Manny from Long Beach. You know, he's watching with us. It sucks that he couldn't make this tournament.
If you would have shouted out to anyone but Manny, I would have disallowed it. But since it's Manny, it's allowed.
Yeah, that's
chatted with Manny the other day. Great player, great guy. It is a shame that he's not here. Not the same without him.
I love his competitive spirit. You know, he's always out there. He's playing, you know, for his city. And he really, you know, he wears his heart on his shoulder.
7-6.
If Taiwan could just adjust his foot when he's going for a shot like that hits off the sidewall, he would be
8-6.
more comfortable going for a shot.
After not looking good at all in that first game, Taiwan competitive here, as long as Samson doesn't hit those shots.
That ball looked out.
I thought that one was in.
Side out?
That ball looked out.
Side out.
Yeah, that ball was out. I could see it from here. It just missed the line.
I saw it good. He saw it good. He's the only one that saw it out.
There's no way this guy can make that.
No, I don't see. I don't like that.
Yeah.
How can a guy on the right side? You have a guy on the left sideline for a reason. He's sitting right on. How are you gonna have a guy that's 32 feet away that has the worst angle in the building?
I agree. It puts it back from that angle. Everything that's close looks good.
Right. Everything.
That's a great shot right there by Taiwan. See, if Samson doesn't use the wall, Taiwan can be competitive in this game by putting those one-wall kills down. He has a really good kill.
I mean, Timbo, I know you watch all the sports. Here's a big setup for Taiwan. He puts it away.
Look at that. He adjusted and hit a side front.
These line judges in tennis, just looking at the service line, you wouldn't have them calling a ball on the baseline on the other side. That's amazing.
Are you seeing this? That's 2 3-wall kills that he just went for. He could potentially force a tiebreaker here.
9-9.
9-9. Let's see. Those are great serves, though. Those are the serves you have to put on.
That was a slight mishit from Samson.
It wasn't a mishit. He makes those shots. I played against him. The thing is, Taiwan didn't expect that. You have to expect that because those are really set-up shots. Once you follow that ball and you already see that, you can get that shot.
Just out the door, and just like that, Samson arrives at match point. Just when it seemed like a couple of great kills from Taiwan. And
match point, plays 9.
Well, Taiwan's smart enough to lob him.
Oh, what a shot.
What a get right there. That's the way you play. That's the way you play.
I notice when Taiwan gets a setup, he puts the ball down.
Yes, he does.
Second timeout.
You know what it is? He levels out his kill by bending his knees, and he has such a straight, stiff arm. It's like almost when you just swing in a paddle.
Taiwan's going to try and focus to win these next 2 rallies. Has to win these next 2 rallies to stay in this event.
If you was Taiwan in this position, what would you do right now? Which way would you serve? What would you try to execute right now?
Well, Taiwan just served to Samson's right, and Samson killed it. But I think Samson's return with his left is more dangerous.
I agree. I would serve back to his right. When I play Samson, I try to take, a few seconds before I serve just to see where he's standing and where's his comfort zone.
That's a good serve.
Oh, that
match.
If he made that, Samson would have been a little in trouble right there. But he went for it. You can't blame him. He went for his shot.
That was uncharacteristic of Taiwan to miss that shot because that's one of his bread and butter go-to finishers. So it's Sam Hernandez, the #1 seed. Hasn't won here since 2013, but he's now on to the semifinals, which surpasses his last year's result here, which was around a 64 loss. So Samson is going to advance here. He'll be facing Armando Ortiz later today. That's going to be an interesting match. Those guys,
going to be a great game.
They matched up, Timbo, in the one-wall big ball. And I don't know if you watched that one last night.
I didn't get to see that game. I wanted to. I was waiting, but I guess I just wasn't here exactly when that game happened.
Well, that was Samson Hernandez winning easily, 25-9.
When I saw the score, I was a little, upset because I thought the game would be a lot closer because I had played with these guys at the Downey tournament, and these guys was just both incredible, killing the ball in angles, nice straight shots, nice whip shots. So I thought the game would be a lot closer. But
Well,
one thing is, I did see Samson sparring against some of the top players like Hector Velez
right.
and Little Carlos. He was sparring yesterday against these guys singles one wall. So I guess that could have, like, helped him out. And
That makes a big difference.
yeah, it definitely does. I haven't seen Mondo hit the one wall court all day, probably yesterday until that game.
Right, and Mondo Ortiz looked really good today, taking out Shorty Ruiz in a match that may eventually help you in some way, because that takes points off the board for Shorty.
I didn't even know he beat Shorty. What was this? What division?
3-wall big ball singles in the quarters. So Shorty's now done. He's out of the tournament. He's got 1 win and 1 quarterfinal.
Wow, I had no idea Mondo beat him. I know Mondo beat Kris,
right,
which was a very close game. So I'm guessing he played Shorty right after that game.
Yeah, well, it just happened about an hour ago.
Oh,
and
right.
It was Mondo Ortiz really just out-shortied Shorty. Shorty likes to play aggressively and dictate. Well, didn't have any chance to do that because Mondo was hitting power shots and kills really with every swing. So it seemed like every point Shorty won was on an air for Mondo, and every point Mondo won, with the exception of the last few, were were kills. Shorty made an error on the last point, but 12-11 in that second game. Shorty had a chance to force the tiebreaker and wasn't able to do it. Mondo wins the first game about 12-7. So Mondo and Samson Hernandez could be interesting because you saw Samson just now able to exploit the 3-wall inexperience of Taiwan. He won't be able to do that against Mondo, who's
not at all.
A former 4-wall #1, 2-time race freight yellow jersey winner. And when Mondo gets that spring in his step, which he had today, which I haven't seen in a long time, he's very dangerous.
That's exactly what I was going to bring up. That exact point that you just nailed right there. I played Mondo in a big ball, Huntington Beach, 3-wall X-Fest tournament, and when that guy is hot, there's just nothing you can do about it.
Right.
He serves the ball, hops the ball. The minute you give him the weakest return, he's gonna step back and go for the bottom of the wall with either hand, and when he gets rolling, he's just hard to beat. He gave me so much trouble. I believe we went to tiebreaker, and I barely pulled out that game. So, and the thing is about him, he's not afraid. He's been on all these big games. He knows what it feels like to be there. So I think him against Samson, he's gonna feel like he has something to prove. He's gonna come out firing.
Yeah, it's gonna be a very interesting game, and I think what Mondo has, like you said, he's got 2 great hands and he's willing to shoot the ball, but he also has a serve in 3-wall big ball. He got 4 aces today, which may not sound like a lot, but in 4-wall big ball, very rare to get 1 ace. Now, you may get some unreturned or some unforced errors on the return serve where guys just miss the wall, but he was hitting aces that Shorty couldn't get his hand on.
Wow.
Just over the short line, faked him out to the right, a couple of times. So that, that could be a factor also.
He's a tremendous player, man. He's just as experienced as Samson. They both play 2 different codes of the ball, but at the end of the day, it doesn't make a difference. They both can play 3-wall, so I'm looking forward to that game.
Well, Timbo, as always, I want to thank you for stopping by the booth. It's great to have you and your insights in between matches. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to be back in just about 15 minutes for more live handball action here from the Vegas Strip. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you soon.